an F. That's the only grade anybody should be able to give him. He was terrible. He's the reason why they lost this game, and I didn't need him to break. He didn't break news by saying he cost his team. Everybody knows he cost his team. They were running the ball. Let this sink in. They ran the ball. The Cleveland Browns ran the ball 25 times for 219 yards, basically 9 yards a clip. I'm trying to figure out how is this flip where Baker throws 36 times and you run it 25 times, but yet you're getting 9 yards every time you run the football, but you put the ball in Baker Mayfield's hands. Baker was terrible, and he is the difference, Skip. This is what happened. He went 2 or 10 with 4 interceptions on throws 10 yards or more down the field. 3 interceptions in the first half, all led to Green Bay Packer touchdowns. So the points that they had in the first half came directly off the hands of Baker Mayfield. I don't get this. But this is what we've seen from Baker Mayfield. With 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line, with a minute left in the game, and you only need a field goal, Baker Mayfield with incomplete interception. We saw this opening Sunday in Kansas City. We saw it against the Chargers. We've seen it over and over again. The moment he's positioned to say, okay, Baker has arrived, what does he do? Nothing. Since he's entered into the league, he has the most interceptions in the NFL. Skip, I wonder what Pro Football Focus rated now over the last 11 games. Because last year they had a lot. You liked it, too. Baker Mayfield has 15 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Did you know, did you know, Skip, 8 of his 11 interceptions have come since OBJ is in L.A.? You know it was his fault. OBJ, you're the reason he's forcing it to OBJ. If he wouldn't force it to OBJ, he would be so much better. OBJ chilling, catching tubs, getting first down, doing good things.
I got to get a new TV.
You need to
I haven't seen that. I saw 4 catches for 37 yards.
Did he get a tub?
37
Did he get a
yards?
tub?
From 2 yards out, he did. On a backup corner, he did.
Well,
well, it is.
He couldn't get stats because he was playing with a backup quarterback in Cleveland. He played with a backup quarterback. Stop this, Skip. Skip, he was bad. This game was, if Baker Mayfield doesn't turn the ball over, they run Green Bay off the field. You know that I don't think we have it. As well as Aaron Rodgers played, 24, 34, 202, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, a very clean game. But the Browns were moving the ball up and down the field if they could just stop one guy from giving it to the other team. I mean, the best combination, everybody keeps saying the best combination in the NFL is Aaron Rodgers to Devontae Adams. The best combination is Baker Mayfield to whomever defense he's playing. That is the best combination in the NFL. You know your guy stunk on Saturday.
I don't know that.
What?
Tell me when it's my turn, please. I cannot wait. Let me go. Please.
Wow.
Are you going to concede the floor to me? Because when you do, you're in trouble. You ready?
Yep.
Thank you. Anybody who doesn't just spill over with Baker hate knows that he deserves a B for that performance.
A B?
Yes, a B.
With 4 interceptions?
Okay, let's put the big picture perspective on this to begin with. Pro Football Focus ranks Devontae Adams the #1 receiver in pro football, right?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, the first Cleveland receiver on the whole rankings list, you have to go all the way to 71st to Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Okay.
A second-year, 6th-round pick out of University of Michigan, okay?
Okay.
He's 71st. Baker's receiving core in general, the whole receiving core is ranked by Pro Football Focus 21st in the league. Green Bay's is 5th overall because I'll take Lazard over anybody that Baker has left because Jarvis he plays half-hearted football. He's been beat up. His best friend in the world, his soulmate was Odell, and he's not there. And Jarvis is crushed over it, and he's become more of a liability for Baker Mayfield.
So now you get jumping on Jarvis.
Right, well, I'm just telling you the true perspective here. Now, let's go back to what started all this off. Middle of the first quarter, it's 8:55 to go. There's an illegal block, if we could see this, on the, I believe it's on the kickoff. It's an illegal block. And even on Fox, our man Troy Aikman, he didn't even touch him. He didn't even touch him. There's no illegal block here. He just pulled up, and even our man Troy Aikman said on Fox, That is a horrible call, and it pushes them all the way back to 1st and 10 at the 8-yard line.
They're going to call that every time.
Okay, so they will not call that because he pulled up. He didn't even touch him.
Skip,
okay?
because that's the sign. I ain't do nothing.
That showed me this was going to be Aaron Rodgers' day because the refs, Baker hate is everywhere, and you are the leader of the Baker hate corps because it all stems from all those progressive ads, and I am sick to death of all of them, and there's a new one every weekend between those and the Nissan Heisman House ads. I'm sick and tired of Baker that way, just about the way everybody else is. But he's got the biggest target drawn on his back thanks to his commercial making of any player in the National Football League. So now it's 1st and 10 at the 8-yard line, and he goes deep to the 71st ranked receiver in Pro Football Focus, Peoples-Jones. It's all he's got. Let's throw it deep to Peoples-Jones. And what do the Packers do? They impede him all the way up the field. That this is illegal contact from start to finish, and he is not completely off his route, way past 5 yards. Illegal contact, holding, illegal contact. Throw the flag! Throw the flag! What are you doing? It's going to be 1st down and you're out of jail. And instead, it's an interception, and Shannon Sharpe's up there dancing in his palatial estate in Bel Air. See, he threw an interception. It's a flag. Throw the yellow. That should have been 5 yellow flags coming from all sides of the field. So cancel out that interception.
No, we cancel out.
Yes, sir. That's illegal contact. Baker's trying to gauge where he's going to be on his route. I'm going to throw it to where he's going to be. No, he's held. He's impeded. I'm sorry. That is not an interception. So we cancel out number 1.
Okay.
Then we go to interception number 2.
Yep.
This one's to the aforementioned Jarvis Landry, who's just basically quit on the Cleveland Browns. Baker throws it's supposed to be an out cut. Wait, we missed the second one.
No, right there.
Okay,
That's it right there.
I think the next one came in order. But anyway, this is the bad one. Okay, I'll give you that one. Let's go in order. This is the bad one. That's the one. And let me stop down. Baker Mayfield almost certainly needs surgery on his torn labrum and cracked left shoulder. He's got a fractured left shoulder. He has to play in a harness. And let me ask you this. How many NFL quarterbacks over the weekend played with a harness on their left shoulder? How about none? Because I looked all around. I don't know any who played with a harness on their left shoulder. Baker Mayfield is not the biggest guy, but he can generate velocity with whip torque in his torso. So he has to spin into the throw. But if you put a harness on his left shoulder, he just has to throw it with his arm. So I'm sorry, that was the classic one where if he plants and throws it falling back off his back foot, he does not have the arm strength of a Josh Allen or a Patrick Mahomes or even an Aaron Rodgers, and that ball sailed over Jarvis's head. I give you that. Okay. The other Jarvis throw, I will not give you. It's to this near side.
Okay.
He throws it on what should be an outcut by Jarvis Landry. If we could see that play, I hope we have it. Here's the outcut to Jarvis Landry, and what happens? Jarvis slips and falls down. He's supposed to plant and cut to the sideline. I'm sorry, that's not Baker's fault. That's number 2. Number 2, not his fault. His feet go straight out from under him. And up there in Bel Air, Shannon's dancing, saying, another pick by Baker Mayfield.
The DB was already driving on the ball.
But if you cut with him, you're going to fight for the ball, and it's going to be an incompletion.
I believe, Skip.
You have to stop on a dime and cut.
He can't.
It's an out cut.
No, Skip, let me explain.
No, you're not going to explain nothing to me because I saw his feet go completely out from under him. Go ahead.
No, but Skip, what happened was, Skip, they run an inside, and what they're doing is they're running 2 seams. And so Jarvis is on the inside, and they're both running verticals. It was not a stop. It was not an out.
Yes, it was. Okay. It's an out cut. Okay. Baker said, I threw it to the sideline, and his feet went out from under. Okay. I don't know what else you could say on a ball like that. Okay, now let's go to 12:42 of the fourth quarter. It's still a game. It's 24-15. And here we go with our man, 71st ranked Donovan Peoples-Jones, a second-year, 6th-round draft pick. And Baker throws him a deep ball. If we could see this. And this is a sweet throw. Sweet throw, and Peoples-Jones can't hold on. This is early in the fourth quarter. You have to catch. If you're an NFL receiver, if you're a Shannon Sharpe, Hall of Fame bound, you just have to catch that ball. You can't throw it much better than that. You just have to pull it in and hold on, and you're going to have the ball down at the 5-yard line, and you're going to go in and score and give yourself the whole fourth quarter to make up on, because that's going to make it 24-22, which was the final score. You're going to have the whole fourth quarter to play with. Instead, they didn't eventually cut it to 24-22 until 4:36 remained in the game. So it's going to be dicey down the stretch. stretch. Okay, so now let's go to the final interception that you blasted Baker for. This is Rasul Douglas on, guess who? The 71st ranked receiver by Pro Football Focus, the 6th-round pick, second year out of Michigan. Okay. What happens on this play? Oh, Rasul grabs his jersey and impedes him and holds him, and nobody throws a flag. Yeah. That should have been 7 flags. They should have been throwing flags from the press box. The review official up in the press box should have thrown his flag out the window.
That ain't no such thing. You can't.
Okay, well, I'm just saying you've got to throw the flag on that because Peoples-Jones is just saying, what are you doing? He grabbed him. And think about this, Rasul Douglas, who's been a great pickup by the Packers. He grabs him and actually springboards off him and sort of he slingshots himself into the throwing lane, and he becomes the primary receiver.
Yes.
Okay, if you throw that flag and you give them the ball at that spot, guess what's happening, ladies and gentlemen?
Nothing.
It's 1st and 10 Cleveland at the Green Bay 40 with 50 seconds left. That means one more completion by Baker Mayfield. I don't know, 10, 15-yard completion. All of a sudden, you're going to have a very makeable field goal. You got a new kicker. I have no idea, but he just made a 37-yarder. What if he could make a 45-yarder to win the football game? You give Baker Mayfield an F when he was in position if the correct flag had been thrown, and it was an outrageously bad non-call. If you give him that call at that moment, Baker Mayfield well might have beaten Aaron Rodgers because he actually outthrew him for the game. Look at the total yards. Baker had 222 to Aaron's 202.
One guy had 3 touchdowns with 0 pick, and the other guy had 2 touchdowns.
One guy
with
had
4
one pick.
No, he got 4.
No, Baker Mayfield had 1.
No, he did not have
1 because I just showed you the other 3. They should not have been.
Hold on, Skip.
All 3. I just showed you. 2 penalties should have been called, and Jarvis Landry's feet go out from under.
I love how you say his receivers are the 71st ranked receiving corps. Or Peoples-Jones is the 71st ranked receiver. They had the 21st ranked receiving corps. What's Baker ranked? He's the ranked quarterback.
Well, does he have any help? Aaron's got, boy, you want to talk about firepower?
Whoa. First of all, hold on. Wait a minute.
So wait, Aaron has Devontae Adams, the best receiver in football. And wait a second. Aaron Rodgers threw for only 202 in that game?
Yes.
That's horrible.
Skip.
And wait, look at 3rd down. Look at Green Bay on 3rd down. They were only 3 of 10. Guess what Baker was on 3rd down? 7 of 12. That's pretty good.
And if you don't turn it over, you win the game.
Well, if you get the 2 calls, you win the game. Win the game.
I remember that there was the same thing. Now, we just had this conversation about 3 weeks ago. Stephon Diggs was pulled to the ground. And you said, that's not a flag, that's not a flag, that's not a flag. Now, all of a sudden, you screaming for flags.
I'm just talking about what I saw on Christmas Day at Lambeau.
I saw
Merry Christmas to you and to Aaron.
I saw your guy stink it up on Christmas Day.
Boy,
That's what I saw.
I didn't.
You didn't see that?
I saw one pick that sailed to Jarvis. That's all.
And the DB dropped another pick on the over routes that he was trying to hit Hooper. He dropped that one. He hit it right in his chest to start in the 4th quarter.
I don't think
he should have had 5.
No. It could have been caught, but it didn't hit him in the chest.
It hit him dead in the chest.
But the point is that Baker Mayfield playing with the harness on his left shoulder, torn labrum, cracked left shoulder, with Donovan Peoples-Jones as his primary, actually played pretty well at Lambeau.
He did not play pretty well.
He was in position to win the football game, and you gave him an F for that? Really?
As a matter of fact, now that you keep talking, I'm giving him an F+.
Really?
Because they would have won that game. If Keenum starts, they win the game. The way Chubb Rock was running the ball, the Jackson kid was running the ball, all they got to do is Johnson kid was running the ball. All they had to do was keep it out of Baker's hand. I keep telling you, he's not it. I don't know why, Skip. I get it.
That looked good. You know what? I hope you and everybody else get exactly what you want. I hope
so too,
that the Cleveland Browns cut him loose. And I hope he could clear the air and change scenery and go somewhere else where they really want him, because he can play. He can win games. I told you that before they drafted him. And I'm sorry, he just needs to start fresh somewhere else in a better scenario.
I kept telling you that, Skip. The problem is that he's the #1 draft pick. And when you're the #1 overall draft pick, people have these lofty expectations. You're generational. You change life. He doesn't change anybody's life. He changes coaching staff.
Would you believe his rookie year has been graded by Pro Football Focus as the 3rd best since they've been doing it over the last 25 years?
And what did he get him?
Rookie year? Well, it got Shannon Sharpe driving the bandwagon for Baker Mayfield in year 2. calling him shake and bake, and you were the leader of the fan club.
Let me ask you a question. Do you believe his rookie season was better than Justin Herbert's last year?
Well, was it graded better? Yeah, I'm just going off their grade.
I'm just going by eye test. Like you tell me, you don't care about grades. You go by eyes. You say your eyes.
Yeah.
What did your eyes tell you?
Yeah, I love Baker as a rookie. I thought he just set the world on fire after his coach, Hugh Jackson, had sat him down in training camp, called him in, and said, congratulations, son, you're going to be our second-string quarterback.
Hugh saw something we didn't see. Hugh saw what he was, a backup.
Well, you saw something I didn't see, I guess, in year 2 because you were driving the bandwagon.
Whoa, Skip. But here's the thing. I realized this thing didn't have any brakes. And then before we gained any more speed, let me jump off before I hurt myself. And that's what I did.
Well,
but your head hard. You see this thing, it's too fast for you to jump off it now.
Have you jumped off the Sam Darnold bandwagon? Because you told me before that draft, Sam Darnold would be the best quarterback of that crop. That's what you said.
I said it. And you said Baker Mayfield. And since I've had new material to go by, Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson are better than Baker Mayfield. You are unwilling to admit that.
What about Sam Darnold? That was your guy in the draft. And the guy I saw yesterday, he looks like a BUST bust.
What your guy look like? Your guy's not going to have a BUST in Canton. He's the number 1 overall pick.
He was in position to beat Aaron Rodgers on Christmas Day.
In position?
Good, yeah.
What they got to do with anything?
Well, he had 1st and 10 at the 40. All you got to do is throw the flag. But they hate him. They hate him.
Nobody hate him.
Okay, yeah.
No. Yep. He hates success. Stop throwing it to the other team. The number 1 duo in football, Baker Mayfield to your defense. That's the number 1 duo. Better than Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams, if you can believe it.
I appreciate the opportunity to put Baker's game in perspective, in true perspective.
All I know is he's going to put, tell you what else he doing? He putting the Cleveland Browns season in perspective. They're going to be going home thanks to Baker Mayfield. That's where they're going to be going.
I'm going to say this one last time. Without Odell, after he got hurt last year, Baker went on a tear because Baker was healthy. And in 11 games, they went 8-3. And Baker Mayfield last year threw 20 touchdowns to only 3 interceptions over those 11 games and had a QBR of 91 in a playoff win over Pittsburgh at Pittsburgh.
Yeah, look at Pittsburgh.
When they were riding high at that point because that defense was playing at a high level. Baker put up 300 yards and 3 touchdowns and 48 points at Pittsburgh.
Can I ask you a question, Skip? Hold on.
He's a bust, says Shannon Sharpe.
Hold on. I'll just make sure I'm hearing you correctly. You say over the last 11 games, he graded the 4th best quarterback.
He did.
Did he have a new receiving core? Was People Jones? Was Jarvis Landry? Was any of those guys that are currently there on the roster then? Oh, interesting.
Yep.
Interesting. You see how you gave them no credit. You said Baker was graded 4th. You didn't mention his receiver core. Now he playing like some stir fry. You know what? You blame it on Jarvis. You blame it on People Jones. You blame it on Njoku. You blame it on everybody except where the responsibility lies, and that is the quarterback.
Boy, Baker looked like a franchise quarterback last year, didn't he?
I know what he looked like on criminal.
Somebody across the table from me was really quite a little church mouse.
I know
all those 11 weeks. I didn't hear anything about
Baker. I don't know about last year, but I know what he looked like on criminal day.
Yeah,
everybody saw it.
Yeah, he looked pretty good. Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
Switch. Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.